So, hello everyone. I'm Michael Genezareth. I'm the research director of CodeX, and normally I get to complain about things that people are reporting or they're trying to do, but once a year I get to praise things that have been done, and this is that time of the year. So last year I was pleased to be able to present the first ever CodeX Award, and today I get to present the second CodeX Award. So for those of you who may not yet be familiar with it, this is an annual award. It was instituted last year, which is given to an individual or individuals who have made a significant and enduring contribution to the field. So it could be an idea, it could be an article, it could be a book, it could be a computer system, it could be an organization, anything that has made a significant and enduring contribution to furthering the goals of the field. In order to choose the award winners, we consulted a panel of experts in the area and received nominations for quite a few people actually, but almost every single one of the nominators included the names of today's award winners. So without further ado, let me tell you who those people are. You know, I wish I could get the envelope and open it for you, make a bit of suspense, but I'm just going to tell you who those are. And those people are Kevin Ashley and Edwina Rissland, who and we're acknowledging them today for their groundbreaking work on case-based reasoning, and in general, and in particular, the creation of a computer system called HYPO, which exemplified that early work. So I think we all would agree, or most of us at any rate would agree, that case-based reasoning is an essential part of legal reasoning. And it's the basis for, hopefully, for computer systems that can assist or automate to some extent that work. The work that Kevin and Edwina did has inspired generations of subsequent work in this area, both in theory as well as in the production of subsequent systems. So we're very happy to make this award to them. Kevin, are you? Oh yes, okay, so we're very lucky to have here with us today. I believe Edwina's with us online via Zoom, and Kevin is here in person. And so I'd like to have maybe Kevin step up here. That'd be great. So we can't give you a black tie dinner, and Edwina's not here anyway. We can't introduce you to the king like those people in Scandinavia, but we're sending you a check, or maybe we've already sent it to you, and to Edwina in acknowledgement of the award. And we have here a beautiful commemorative plaque as a physical manifestation of the award. So here I go.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Prior to today, I did talk with both of them. That's not exactly a surprise to them. And I asked if they would be willing to make some remarks about the work that we're talking about, or maybe about the status of the field, problems and potential for the future, and so forth. And luckily, they both agreed to make short remarks about that. And I think Edwina's going to make a few remarks, and then you'll say some things as well. Do we have a way of getting Edwina onto the screen here, folks? No, we can't. She's not available. Okay.
Here we are.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Edwina, we can hear you, but we can't see you. So we'll let you speak, and then when you're done, Kevin will, I think, make some remarks as well. Yes. Good.
There we go.
Over to you, Edwina. Ah, excellent. Okay, great. All right.
Okay, thank you. First off, to the CodeX folks for honoring me and Kevin with this prize. I am delighted to accept it. I'm sorry I can't be with you at Stanford in lovely Palo Alto. I happen to be in stormy Provincetown right now. I'd like to take about 5 minutes to give you an idea of the trajectory that took us to HYPO and beyond. I think it'll give you a little background. I've always been interested in how one constructs clever counterexamples and examples, especially in math. They can be pivotal in the dialectic, the back and forth between trying to prove or refute a conjecture. They are key to teaching and understanding. And this is true even in high school subjects like algebra and geometry. So to create useful examples that satisfy certain constraints or desiderata, one often modifies mathematically germane features of existing examples so that they have more or less of particular property. Well, the same is true in law. For instance, in creating hypotheticals in oral argument or in Socratic teaching. That takes us to HYPO. To create telling or artful hypotheticals, one often alters clusters of facts that are doctrinally relevant. You can think of this as projecting a complex, multi-dimensional case onto a smaller subspace of facts and then moving it around there, particularly to explore how the case might be strengthened or weakened for one side or the other. That is the essence of the idea behind dimensions of HYPO. Dimensions capture legal relationships between clusters of operative facts and the conclusions that they might support or undermine, and along which a HYPO can be modified in ways that have legal significance for one party or the other. For example, in the law of trade secrets misappropriation, HYPO's domain, the more people that you, the plaintiff, tell about your so-called secret, the weaker your claim is that it was misappropriated by the defendant. In the law concerning the home office deduction, happy tax time, everyone, the more regular your usage of your home office, the stronger your claim for taking the deduction. HYPO started out as a project to explore the creation of hypotheticals in argument and dialogue, and grew to become the HYPO system that you know and love. That is Kevin's PhD dissertation project. HYPO used dimensions for case analysis and retrieval, case comparison, precedent-based argument, hypothetical creation, etc. Dimensions can also be used to create slippery slope type arguments or the kinds of constellations of hypotheticals that one sometimes sees in oral argument, for instance, at the Supreme Court. When Kevin arrived at Pitt, he pushed the basic ideas of HYPO in some significant new directions. For instance, he used factors instead of dimensions to create landmark systems like Cato. In my lab at UMass, we continued to use HYPO-style mechanisms, especially dimensions, in our own systems. David Scalak and I took these ideas into the realm of statutory law in our Cabaret system. Cabaret combined HYPO-style case-based reasoning with traditional rule-based reasoning in the home office deduction domain. We also used HYPO-style reasoning to make information retrieval more intelligent, and we did this in Chapter 13, Personal Bankruptcy. Well, I believe that the lessons learned from HYPO could be used right now to improve our systems. Perhaps on demand in any systems to assist in the automation of legal risks. Because I say so, just isn't good enough. Our systems should not be opaque. Argument are all inextricably intertwined. And examples play a central role in all of them. It is crucial for users to understand the outlines, ramifications in our of their facts, behaviors, policies could improve or weaken their situation. I hope research will take the ideas we pioneered in HYPO and its progeny and push them further to improve the kinds of systems that are of interest to the CodeX community. But for now, let me just thank you once again for this honor. I'm delighted.
Many thanks to CodeX for honoring Edwina Rissland and me for the work on the HYPO project. Besides being a founder of the field of AI and law, Edwina was a wonderful dissertation advisor for which I will always be very grateful. In 1988, it was through Edwina that Dean Paul Brest, for whom this hall was named, agreed to serve as an outside member of the PhD committee for my dissertation on HYPO. I once asked Dean Brest about the values underlying legal rules, and more specifically, whether precedents determine value weights or preferences among conflicting values in a way that an AI model like HYPO could use. He looked at me with an indulgent smile and responded, "But that's not how we do it." And of course, my next question was going to be, well, how do we do it? How do judges take values into account? But he was a busy dean, and the meeting ended, and I never got to ask him. That question, however, became a focus of my work at Pitt. Eventually, it culminated in the dissertation of my PhD advisee, Matthias Grotmeyer, who is now a professor at the Technical University of Munich, who I believe answered the question pretty well in his VJAP program, a successor to HYPO, the Value Judgment-Based Argumentative Prediction Program. And so the advisor-advisee relationship continues as we address the questions that good research almost always reveals for a new generation of scholars to tackle. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you again, and congratulations to the winners of our CodeX Prize 2022.